Hi folks, welcome back to the Horde. This says it's about 11:45, which makes it about 12:45, so it's about 12:45. It is March 9th, a Sunday. It's about 40 degrees, give or take a little bit. That one says 41. And this guy says 39 or 40. And for centigrade, it's what, 3, 5? It's 5. There you go. So, here we are working in the upper garage. Kind of a nice day for doing it. So, what am I up to? I'm continuing my quest to get some of this crap rolling. And to that end, I kind of started over here. Right? You guys saw this one. I bought it. It had a flat tire. It's got a IPT hole shots. Let me show you. Hole shots on aluminum wheels. Right, 1811 8s, and it's got cracky. And this is the bad crack. Won't take any air at all. It just, as it's going in, it's pissing right out. He already hit it. The kid who started this whole thing here, he hit it with sealer already, stop leak, and that didn't help at all. I mean, literally, as fast as the air goes in, it comes gushing out. So I need to dig up a hole shot from somewhere. I don't think, well, to be honest with you, I kind of know I don't have one, so I'm going to end up having to go out on eBay and see what's available. The best thing would be to find a hole shot on an aluminum rim that I just have to bolt up, pay something like $50 for it, and for that the bike is up on all three again, and I'm very happy. Chances are that's not what's going to happen. Chances are I'm going to end up finding a hole shot, just a single tire, and I'm going to have to mount it up myself. So it's probably going to cost me closer to $75 or $80, and I'm going to have a painful experience. He already put, once again, the stop leak in here. So it's probably going to be a pain in the neck to get that tire dismounted. I do have a tire machine downstairs. You guys haven't seen it. The part that kind of comes up and squeezes the tire to break the bead, that part doesn't work. When you put air to it, all it does is hiss. It's almost like it's got a blown bladder or cylinder or something. I'm not quite sure what it uses to open and close the jaws, so to speak. And even the part, you kind of put that thing in the center and it goes click, 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 and it goes around. That's also air powered. It's not as strong as it used to be either. A lot of hissing coming out from those two cylinders when you put air to them. It doesn't leak when you're not putting air to them. It only leaks when you put air to them. So I think it's the cylinders. So that's that story. On this bike, I had to get the front wheel off. Let me just show you a trick I used, because quite frequently you guys are going to run across this problem. This is the bolt that goes through the front wheel, right? Goes through. Oh God, just like that. Well, this end was pretty messed up, and you can see there's a socket on it. Well, it was a 17 size, 17 millimeter, and the 17 was slipping on it, and I really kind of wanted to get it off without butchering things too bad. So what I did is I got a cheap socket. You can see that's a cheap 16, and I carefully got it on there, then tapped it on with a hammer, and once I got it started in a nice square way, I kind of drove it on there a little bit. It's just a cheap socket, so I really don't mind losing it entirely if it doesn't live through the experience, I'm okay with that. Or if it split during the experience, I would have been okay with that too. But anyway, once I put that on there, she spun right off, so that's important. Sometimes you'll see these things for sale on eBay, and you'll see the entire forks and brake thing, and this thing will kind of be spun out of the way with the wheel off of it. Well, that's because they couldn't get this loose. The best way to get it loose, by the way, is with the wheel and everything still intact, is to just, oops, one-handed man, right? Just loosen up the bolts here and spin it well. It's still intact. If you take it off and put it off to the side and try to spin it, you're putting a lot of stress here. You can break it. Plus, you're kind of torquing and all. It's better to spin it all in plane. It comes out better that way. So obviously, I got the front wheel off. Very happy about that. Took the front fender off. Spent a little time polishing it up. You guys could see. I think you can see it's got the old checkerboard on it. I have a little more to do here. Little here. Kind of a little on the back, but it's coming along pretty good. When it polishes up, there's still going to be this checkered pattern. I don't know how well you guys could see it. Right, I think you guys can see that checkered pattern. So it's not the prettiest in the world, but not too bad. I had kind of a surprise when I took the front wheel off. The front wheel is a, I think you guys can see this right, 25/12 by 9, and the back wheel, oops, and the back wheels are 22/11/8, and the hole size that was obviously in there just fell out, right? The hole pattern is different between the front and back. I really don't see that. For most of these bikes I've worked on, this is kind of the first that doesn't have that. Yeah, I know. My wife is telling me she's got a recital, so I got to get inside. Anyway, it's got a different pattern, bolt pattern, so to speak. This is different than the back wheels, and this is a 25/11/9 instead of a 22/11/8, so the wheel size is different. Given the age of this bike, I thought I had paid. Yeah, this is a 1983. I didn't really expect that. Once again, I expected them all to be the same. So that is a little weird. And you know, you get a bike that's kind of been fooled around with. Even this wire harness looks a little different. It's got the round box ignition, the round connector ignition, which is a little later, and also the CDI is glued, is epoxied to this mount instead of having the rubber mount. The harness looks a little strange. This looks newer, so I'm beginning to wonder. Oh, that bolt is missing. That's why I had to run this ground. I'm beginning to wonder if somebody didn't kind of fool around with this thing a bit, if it isn't a tad customized. When one gets into bikes and starts playing, these are some of the surprises you run across. So just quickly though, it feels really kind of nice to be outside. A little sunshine, you know, as we're almost to spring, right? We have 11 days to go. It gets to the point where the sun is actually relatively strong, right? We're getting to the stronger half of the year. So it actually feels nice, right? Just even the little bit of sunshine, you guys could see it already went up a degree from just the sun striking it. Also, my little green light covered, but you can see the solar energy there has brought my battery back up to charge. Okay, well, I'm going to get out of here. Obviously, I have my mission of digging up another hole shot tire for that and figuring out what I'm going to do with these tires. I'm not sure if I might change this and put a different, go back down to a 22 11.8 or not. Once again, I'm not sure. I have hordes of tires. You can see a horde of tires there, and there's another horde of tires there. Plus there's tires kind of loosely stacked up all over the place. Probably for the backs, I'm leaning toward, you know, this thing has Carlisle's on it. I got to see what the other one looks like. I'm leaning toward getting the tires off of that guy. For the back, for the front, I'm not sure, once again, if I'm going to replace this or not. When they're this bad, right, when they're cracked that bad, even if one could get inside of it successfully, I think they're too horrible to put a tube into. Right, tube's another $15, and you put a tube in there, and because the tire's so bad, it ends up cutting the tube. Right, you just threw $15 away. Getting to the point where my trucks are going to be able to get out of there soon without doing anything extra, like shoveling snow. That'll be good to get them back to moving. Be nice to get the insulation for the ceiling here and get this project going. Anyway, not wanting to piss off the wife too bad, because that doesn't make progress go faster in any endeavor. I should get myself going. Guys, remember to live, love, and have a great time. Keep your feet, your tracks, and your tires down. Keep your handlebars up. Keep your head up. Keep your steering wheel up. We'll catch you on the next episode of The Horde. Till then, thanks for watching, commenting, and subscribing. Bye now.